Yo, it's good everybody. As you guys can tell, just woke up. It's about 9 a.m. I was supposed to wake up at 8 and go straight to the gym, but for whatever reason my alarm decided to be on like zero volume. So yeah, it's 9 a.m. I'm about to take a shower. But I'm gonna take you guys through essentially like a little morning routine, day in the life kind of thing, and also talk about the title of this video, which is mistakes that I made in my first year of online business. I watched an Alex Hormozi video last night about essentially all the ways to be poor, right, rather than all the ways to be rich, because our brains are a lot better at solving mistakes rather than solving problems. So I thought it'd be a cool video idea to essentially take you guys through a couple hours in my day-to-day routine, and also just talk about the mistakes that I made in my first 12 months that I want you guys to avoid. If you watch my videos and you want to take advice from me. So without further ado, I'm gonna go take a shower because I clearly need it, and then I'll take you guys through a little morning routine and we'll get after it. So catch you guys in the next clip. All right, there we go. We just got out of the shower, still looking kind of chopped. I think I need to buy Clavicular's course. Here's the fit for the gym. Can't fucking get this camera to move, but yeah, pretty calm and pretty simple. I don't really do anything too crazy when it comes to gym workout fits or anything like that, but that does lead us to point number one. So the first thing that I would do if I wanted to guarantee that I didn't become successful this year, and that would be to have a girl that doesn't want me to work all day. Okay, so that's number one. If I didn't want to be successful this year, if I didn't want to pop off as quickly as I did, the number one thing I would do is make sure that I have a girl, and then keep her around. Make sure that she gets mad when I work, and she gets mad when I actually want to put my mind to something. Okay, that's a great way to ensure that you don't have the time to put into something that's actually going to make you the money that you want to make. So for my example, January is when I basically got into online business, I bought my first course in November of last year, but it didn't go too well. But really, I got my start in January. That was like my first offer as a setter, and unintentionally, like it wasn't because of appointment setting that I broke up with her, but I ended up breaking up with my girl in January. And after that, I realized that all I had in the world, all I had was time. All I had was time to put into the things that I needed to do, the inputs that I had to make, the 12-hour workdays at my desk. And that's the only reason I was able to pop off as quickly as I could, because I didn't have any other responsibilities, bro. My dog died. My girl was gone. My car was totaled. I didn't have anything else to do, right? And so if I wanted to re-engineer that to make sure that I didn't find success as quickly as possible, the first thing I would do is go get a long-term girl and make sure that she doesn't want me to work all day. So that being said, let's get downstairs. Let's top on the scale. Let's get ready for the gym and then hit the road and get in the whip. All right, boom, we're downstairs in the trap house. If you guys haven't already seen, this is what a college house printing multiple six figures per month looks like, because my roommate has been ripping recently. Obviously, I'm always on my shit, and then our other roommate's actually gonna get into appointment setting. So, guarantee you, this is the most paped out house on the block. This is the only house with real motion, bro. But anyways, we're about to hit the gym. I'm gonna grab an energy drink from. Let me actually just show you guys this, and also let me show you guys some couple little things here. First off, this is my pantry. This is my cabinet. This is what Locked In looks like, bro. There's no fucking chips. There's no crackers. There's nothing in here except seasoning. Some needles. I'm not sure what those are for. Some seasoning, some beef jerky. If you don't know about the beef jerky method, 280 calories, 60 grams of protein in each of those bags. And then boom, this is me right here. We got these energy drinks. We got protein, Coke Zeros, Gatorade Zeros, chicken. We got beef in the back, eggs, and then I'm not sure what that is either. But these are the energy drinks that some dude that I closed actually sent me. We ran a webinar for a client who basically works with like a lot of big like TikTok shop brands and stuff like that. And so I ended up getting onto a closing call with this older guy, and apparently he had a drink company. So he wanted to send me some drinks. I tried one of these yesterday. They're basically like out. So it's a funny story. I was actually drinking a Celsius on the closing call, and he was like, "What the hell? Oh fuck." He was like, "What are you drinking?" I was like, "A Celsius." And so basically he just started grilling Celsius, telling me how bad it is, how the corn syrup's bad, how it's too much caffeine, how it's caffeinated or carbonated. So he has these energy drinks called Pura Vida. They're like non-carbonated, organic. They're low-key gas. I had one yesterday. But that was a lot of yap right there. Anyways, I thought it was dope because I got a free pack of drinks. Anyways, we were about to hit the gym. Look, he just woke up.
Good morning, man.
Joseph, tell him how you're skipping the gym this morning because you're a
Bro, I
lazy
have a
piece of
haircut.
fuck, bro.
No, we were supposed to go at 8 a.m. They weren't up. I booked a haircut for 10. All of a sudden, they're up and ready to hit the gym. So.
That's cope, bro. That's cope.
Whatever, bro.
Anyways, let's go. All right, here we go. Calm morning in Tallahassee. This is the Whip. Bought this car back in June. Nothing bad to say. The only annoying thing about this fucking car is road trips, and that's for sure. But I kind of knew that when I bought it, because, bro, I got to stop like 2 times on the way back here, and it's like 20 minutes of charge, so kind of ass. But anyways, we're about to hit the gym. I have a couple other things to do, a couple other stops to make, and then got to get back here at 12 to hop in the admin meeting with my partner, Jason. But, all right, so the second thing I would do if I wanted to guarantee that I didn't become successful as I did, as quickly as I did. Mind you, I know I'm not a fucking millionaire. I know I'm not making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, but I've found a decent level of success and independence for myself. But other than that, the number 2 thing that I would do is I would make more money and I wouldn't spend any more money. So I would continue to make more and more money, but I would keep up my brokey habits if I wanted to guarantee that I was never able to make more money. So what I mean by that is, obviously there's levels to it. You don't want to succumb to lifestyle inflation, and I definitely think I took it a little bit too far. But if you go from, you know, making $2,000 a month at a restaurant job, you make your first $10,000 online, but you still have the same habits that you had when you were making $2,000 a month at a restaurant, all that's going to do is program your mind into believing that money is scarce and that you can't make more money and that more money is not out there for the taking. Okay, so you have to break these little brokey habits. I talked about this on my Instagram a little bit. You have to slowly break your brokery habits, right? You can't stress over what size coffee you get because of the price. You can't, you know, stress over splitting the first date with a girl. All these different little brokey habits that you had when you were poor, you have to get rid of as you start to make more money, because what it basically reprograms your mind to do is to have an abundance mindset, which is that money is out there for the taking, money is out there for the making, it's not scarce, it's abundant. And so that programs your mind to go and find ways to make more money versus being stuck in the scarcity mindset that most of us, including myself, had when we first started making money. So that's gonna wrap up point number 2. We're about to hit the gym. Let's get it. Boom. We're in Crunch. You already know. Back in buy day. If you guys don't know, I haven't really posted about it at all, but me and my boy behind the camera, James, I'll introduce him in a second. We've been locked in the past month. For me personally, probably about 2 of the last 4 weeks I've been locked in, but progress has still been good. I'm down about 15 pounds. I'm at like 190 right now, so feeling good. Shout out, you know, that stuff that you saw in the fridge. I won't expose what it is, but it's amazing. Got me feeling good. So yesterday we hit push, which is basically chest, shoulders, triceps. Today we got back and biceps. So a full day, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I'll probably record a couple points in between, record a couple workouts and everything like that, and then we'll head back home, hop in admin. And I also have a call at 2, so I'm gonna show you guys the result of that as well. Let's fucking get it.
A little higher, let it roll like a Mack truck tire. Attack the dance floor like a bulldozer. Those who came to stand, move over. Jump, a little higher. Let it roll like a Mack truck tire. Attack the dance floor like a bulldozer. Everybody in the house, it goes like this.
Alright boys, we just wrapped up that set. Leads us to point number 3. I actually had a different point in mind for point number 3, but something just came up, so I wanted to mention it. Point number 3 is care about what everybody else thinks and make your decisions based on what they think is good and what they think is bad. Somebody's laughing for a reason, okay? But if you want to guarantee that you stay poor forever, that you don't change your habits, that you don't get out of your hometown, that you don't meet a new girl, that you don't find any success, simply think about what other people think about you, and then make decisions based on their way of thinking, not your own, okay? However, if you want to do the opposite, you actually want to create something for yourself that you're proud of, nobody else's fucking opinion matters, okay? I'm in the gym, recording on a camera. I've never really recorded in the gym. I also don't like recording in the gym because it sounds like I'm a fitness influencer, where I'm not really trying to be a fucking fitness influencer. But I don't give a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody's like actually looking at me right now. I'm just recording a clip for the YouTube video, okay? But if you want to continue to be poor, you want to continue to be broke, you don't want to change your situation, be sure to be self-conscious, be sure to think about what others think, and make decisions that way. And yeah, bro, you'll have a long, happy life of not ever doing anything that you're actually proud of. All right, boom, just got back from the gym, just picked up a package from the front, did a little bit of Black Friday shopping and everything like that. But that leads us to point number 4, of what I would do if I didn't want to become successful in the time period that I did. And that would be tell everybody my goals and then don't do anything about actually getting to your goals, okay? So the thing about winners and losers, the thing about people who become successful and don't become successful and stay the same their entire life is that they both have the same goals, right? Every single person wants to live the life that they want to live. They want to make the money that they want to make. They want to have the car, have the girl. They want everything. They want the same things. The difference between winners and losers is that losers have those same wants and they don't do anything to actually make sure that it happens. And winners go out there and find a way to make it happen, okay? So what I see from most people who stay stuck for a long period of time, obviously I haven't lived 80 years, so I can't speak on an entire lifetime, but typically what happens is they tell everybody their goals. They tell everybody that they want to work, they want to lock in, they want to get a six-pack, they want to make more money, they want to do all these different things. They never actually make a serious change to do so, right? Versus you can say your goals if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it just because when you say your goals, you get the dopamine rush and it feels like you've already done it. If you go back on my, I think it's my first video actually of me walking through my hometown neighborhood, back in January. I had a section in the end of that video where I told everybody my goals, but it was in the YouTube video. I didn't have any viewers at the time. It was super niche down. And I actually told and called the shot of it exactly what was going to happen, exactly what you guys would be witnessing right now. But that's an example of me actually putting my goals out there and then showing you guys exactly every single step along the way of me doing it, okay? And so most people would do that and they wouldn't do anything to actually acquire it, and that's what's going to keep you stuck. Because if you tell everybody what you want to do and then you don't do it, and then you tell them 6 months later that you want to do it again, you don't do it, and 6 months after that, right, you become, what's that one saying I was talking about on that podcast? The boy who cried wolf, right? I'm going to do this, it doesn't happen. I'm going to do this, it doesn't happen. I'm going to do this, it doesn't happen. And then, your words no longer carry any weight because you've been constantly talking about how you're going to do something, but you just haven't done anything. Yeah, that's point number 4. If you are going to do something, just simply go and do the thing that you say you're going to do. Don't tell everybody about it. Don't tell your hometown friends. Don't tell your family, right? Maybe tell your best friend, whatever the case is. But if you go out there and spread it to the world, all the world is going to do is hate, because that's all people know what to do. People want to bring you back down to the level that they're on, and they don't want to see you succeed. And so if you want to be successful, keep your goals to yourself and do everything in your power to accomplish them. Cooking up some chicken breast, 3 eggs, no carbs, no fruit, just meat, protein, caffeine, and nicotine is pretty much it. All right, what's good, everybody? We are back in the room. Just copped this hard-ass jacket. Shout out H&M. I got a couple more coming in through, but anyways, point number 5. All right, this is going to pretty much wrap up the video. I'm going to throw you guys a bonus one here in a second. You'll see who the special guest is going to be. But point number 5, what I would do if I wanted to ensure that I did not have as much progress and have as much, quote unquote success as I did in such a short amount of time, would be to make sure not to leverage social media. Make sure I don't post any results. Make sure I don't try to get more mutuals on Instagram. Make sure I don't post on YouTube. Make sure that I don't build a personal brand, okay? If I wanted to make sure that I could stay poor and didn't want to see as fast as progress, that is exactly what I would do. Which means that if you want to see fast progress, if you want to better your connections, if you want to just have more leverage, right? As a setter, as a closer, as a sales manager, an operator, whatever the case is, that you need to build a personal brand. You have to be posting on YouTube. You have to be posting on Instagram. You have to be active, posting results, whatever the case is. I have a little over 1,000 followers on Instagram. I think I have close to 500 or 600 subs on this YouTube channel, which isn't that much, right? It's really not a lot of people who follow me. But my content's really niche and I post real results and I give people good value. Therefore, I have a pretty insane amount of connections, right? I have a lot of mutuals on Instagram. I have people reaching out to me asking me for coaching. I have people, I'm a sales manager, so I need to hire and I need to fire. So anytime I need a sales rep, anytime I need a setter, anytime I need a closer, I have people on deck because I actually have connections because of the proof and, the content that I've been posting online. And so if you are getting into the info space, one thing that you need to do, obviously the skill set really matters and the offer that you're on really matters, but the way that you get onto better offers, the way that you ensure that you actually have the connections that you need are by gaining mutuals, are by posting content, posting results, making yourself known. Because the biggest bottleneck for most businesses, and obviously you are a business, I think of myself as a business, I think in a business mindset, is the biggest bottleneck most businesses have is simply exposure, right? People don't know that you have anything to sell them. They don't know that they need it, okay? And so if you can market yourself well, you'll make a shit ton of money, right? If you think about somebody I don't really like name dropping info guys in the space, but you think about all the top guys, right? The Ben Baders, the Pierres, even Jace is kind of the freshmen in that class, it's like the one thing that they all have in common, it makes shit tons of money, is that they had a personal brand. And that's like the root of everything, right? If people know who you are, if you're an authority figure, if you are looked at as somebody who is somebody that you should listen to, then people are going to listen to you. But if you're completely absent online, if you don't post anything on your YouTube, your Instagram, whatever the case is, guarantee that you will stay poor or you will make slower progress. And so if that's your goal, then go ahead and do that. But I assume if you're watching this video, it's not something that you want to do. So that's going to wrap up point number 5. Just finished eating, just went to the gym, missed my cardio, so I'm going to go hit cardio after this meeting with Jason, which is here in the next 10 minutes, and then we'll see what he has to say. I'm curious to see what his piece of advice would be if he wanted to stay poor, because obviously Jason had a really quick come up as well. Alright, what's good? As you guys can see, in a coffee shop editing this video. Just realized I filmed a terrible outro, kind of left it on a cliffhanger, never ended up getting that clip from Jason just because I forgot. Did end up closing that call for 5K, so that was solid. But that'll pretty much wrap up this video. I recorded that a week ago, so need to get back on my content shit. But essentially gonna wrap it up. If you guys want to learn to get into high ticket sales, if you need help with appointment setting, closing, whatever the case is, hit me in the DM, shoot me a follow first, so you actually pop up in my inbox and not just in the request. But hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm gonna finish editing this now. Buddy's gonna go.
I took an exam. Finals week.
Still in school. He's made 4K the last 2 weeks and he's still in school. It's kind of sad to see, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.